In today's news, to say that this SEC's crypto crackdown is crumbling is the understatement of the year. It's more than just crumbling, just like when Thanos snapped his fingers, it is being erased from existence. The acceleration of crypto adoption is therefore inevitable in my opinion, and XRP may be the biggest and final catalyst before we start seeing trillions of dollars flood into the space. And with over 300 banks confirmed to be using RippleNet, it looks like a large portion of this institutional wealth will flood into XRP, and we plan to make the most of this opportunity. Of course, if you're interested in learning a lot more and staying ahead of the game in this crypto space, finding the right plays ahead of time through exclusive content such as trading information, institutional research documents, and so much more for free, a 7-day free trial, then click the link in the description below to check out the Coin Factory to CF executives. Now, as I'm sure you are well aware, the former SEC Enforcement Chief John Reed Stark has already expressed his opinion of the SEC's key crypto battles, saying enforcement is grinding to a halt and Ripple's appeal is likely the next to fall. There are 5 major crypto cases that will reshape digital asset regulation this year 2025, and so far we have already seen 3 erased from existence in less than a week. The first of all was from Coinbase Exchange, to which Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse expressed his opinion on this major development, saying, "Suffice it to say, as I know there are a lot of impatient people, including me, this SEC has demonstrated a clear interest in moving on quickly from the failed regulation by enforcement policies of the last administration." Very good news. Now the next to fall was NFT marketplace OpenSea's investigation. Both of these 2 cases happened almost back to back, which is a clearer sign that the SEC's cases will continue to drop. And to further support this fact, earlier today, the SEC just closed its investigation into Robinhood. 3 of the 5 major crypto cases dropped within a span of just 1 week is bullish beyond all belief, because it proves that this SEC doesn't want to save face and settle, they want people to forget it ever happened. Now of course there are still many ongoing lawsuits like Gemini's, Kraken's, Binance's, and of course Ripple and XRP's, but with the way this SEC is acting, many are now under the impression that Ripple's case will be one of the next to fall. As documented from Smoke here and as highlighted from Mr. Man XRP, this new SEC is likely to withdraw its appeal in the Ripple case as it shifts to focus away from non-fraud crypto cases. And again, as even Mr. Man XRP highlights here and agrees, saying this will actually happen sooner rather than later due to the negative fundamental developments right now, like COVID 2.0 worries and rumours, or even the trade war rumours and tariffs, and even some updates regarding Swift, which I'll cover in a later video. Potentially, we will see significant talks and developments towards the dismissal of the Ripple case though, occurring in just 3 days time. As showcased here, the SEC's Sunshine Act, they are having a closed door meeting on Thursday, February 27th, and the majority of the discussions are going to be related to XRP matters, which is a very, very big deal. As this article from Katten highlights, the fact that Ripple vs SEC is being documented as a precedent-setting case means XRP will not only be legally scrutinized, but also serve as a reference point for how institutions and regulators assess digital assets moving forward. This is the most important case in the whole crypto space, and we have been researching and getting ahead of the game to make the most of the soon-to-come incoming opportunities. Again, if you are interested, through exclusive content such as trading information, alpha information, private live streams, and so much more for free, again 7-day free trial, then click the link in the description below to check out the Coin Factory to CF executives. Now the additional reasons why many believe that Ripple's case is on the cusp of a dismissal is due to all the FOMO and institutional developments. XRP has been recorded as the leading altcoin with the highest record inflows among all altcoins last week. For this reason, but can you play them, of course? Because here you can see a list of all the XRP ETF acknowledged by the SEC. Canary Capital, CoinShares, Bitwise, WisdomTree, 21 Shares, Grayscale. And that is just scraping the surface. There's so much more to come for XRP in the very near future. And it's also my belief that it won't be long therefore until the likes of BlackRock jump into the fray, and let me explain a little bit why. First off, we are now starting to get amended S1s, which is bullish and means the SEC is asking for changes in order to move forward. Hedera HBAR ETFs have just been filed by Canary Capital, very bullish developments. But also, and arguably more importantly, RippleNet now has over 300 bank customers. So over 300 banks are using RippleNet from Europe to the United Kingdom and soon to be Japan and the rest of the world. As explained in this video here, they'll utilize stablecoins as the new form of currency, and the XRP ledger will be the blockchain platform of choice to conduct these transactions, meaning Ripple and XRP will become this internet of value, and BlackRock, of course, will not want to miss out on this opportunity. Take a close listen.
What is Ripple? So I mentioned the idea of moving value like information moves today, and that's the important concept because our whole vision is very internet centric. So the network we're creating for moving value between banks and between payment companies, if you look at it, it looks like the internet. So we call it an internet of value, both in terms of the digital assets that you can access across that network, and also in how the ledgers in the banks and payment companies connected to that network are coordinated by it in order to enable value to move, balances to be updated in different parts of the world, including cross-border FX in microseconds, and clear into local networks incredibly quickly.
And better still, in fact, there are actually many more benefits to everyday life with blockchain than I feel like people realize. As Brad Garlinghouse states here in this interview, think about your paychecks, typically getting a monthly salary. The reason why, though, is due to the friction of payments right now with Swift. But with blockchain removing a lot of that friction, that may very well result in even weekly or daily or even hourly salaries. Again, listen closely.
Here in Singapore, I believe you get paid once a month. In the United States, you get paid once every 2 weeks. Has anyone ever thought about why you get paid once a month or once every 2 weeks? It comes down to the friction of payments. And if we can remove the friction of payments, why can't you get paid every day? Or even more crazily, why don't you get paid every hour or every second? You could have a stream of value showing up in your whatever repository of value. Now, why you need to get paid every second, I'm not sure. But I do think there's a lot of dynamics that have been built around getting paid every 2 weeks or getting paid every month. And as we remove the friction of payments and make that dramatically easier, I think you're going to see secondary and tertiary effects that are very difficult to predict, just like we couldn't have predicted Grab 20 years ago.
This would be a very interesting development to say the least, and it all starts again with Ripple's legal case with the SEC. With clear regulations in the United States, XRP's role in cross-border payments and banking integration will strengthen as institutions prioritize assets that are legally sound and interoperable with regulatory framework. XRP is the clear choice. However, there is another side to the argument about XRP, another perspective on when we'll see the Ripple case come to an end, to whether it will be dismissed. Because as Cherry Empress and Ellen Natera highlights here, the Ripple case is much more procedurally complex than Coinbase and the rest of them. I mean, the rest were just mere investigations, therefore they can and just did stop investigating into them. However, Ripple already has an order from Judge Torres at a district level to pay the $125 million fine and penalty, and this verdict will stay in effect until August 7th. The SEC could drop the appeal at the Second Circuit, but it's a different story at the district court. This is uncharted territory, so we'll have to pay very close attention and wait to see how it unravels, although there is little to no doubt in my mind that this case will come to its conclusive end and bullish end very soon, sooner than we think. Come chill chat and learn more in the CF community. Again, look below and remember, don't know short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.